Okay, let's talk about TIG brazing. I've actually been practicing TIG brazing with this eBay special Sif Bronze #1 rod. I think I've got the knack now. Absolute disaster. Now, this is actually a gas brazing rod, and as such it contains zinc. And the problem with zinc when you TIG weld or TIG braze with zinc is it just explodes. I've got some practice here. Some of it's a bit explodey. Some of it I've managed to just force its way in and it's worked, but it's not the right rod. It's also an issue because when this frame, for example, was made, it would have been made with rod like this. So it's important to try and get as much of this out so there's no zinc causing all that popping and banging. I've been advised by master fabricator Joe White, link in the description, to use a Sif Bronze #32 rod. I also have to give a shout out to SPA Welding down in Sussex. They actually weighed out ½ a kilogram of this for me because it's really fucking expensive. So I didn't have to buy a full kilogram. I'm going to try this rod today and hopefully we have more success than we had with the #1 rod. I've also got a shout out to Martin Kemp from Race Kits. He recommended a #8 rod as well. Whichever one you choose, they're both f***ing expensive. So, you know, this is a no-win situation. The difference between the #8 and the #32 rod is the #8 rod contains tin. So it's got a slightly lower tensile strength. Very similar in tensile strength to mild steel. But this rod is just copper and aluminium rather than copper, aluminium, tin for #8. This is copper and aluminium, this #32 rod. But the ultimate tensile strength is higher, so the actual rod is stronger than the steel. I'm going to go with a large gas cup to try and shield the weld as much as possible. When we braze or TIG weld or TIG braze with this rod, we don't actually need any flux because we protect the weld with the argon gas. But yeah, giving it that bigger gas cup and that better coverage is going to help us with flow. Hopefully, like I said, it's better and wets better than this bloody eBay special rod. Well, I've got my #10 gas lens, I've got my clean metal, I've got my Sif Bronze #32. I guess we just have to give it a go. Hopefully this goes better and doesn't spit. Well, definitely wetted better anyway. I'm going to keep practicing and show you in a bit. Well, there's the first one on here. And you can see that, I mean, you can almost see the rod left there, and look at the heat I've managed to get into that weld. Pretty impressive, not what we want to see really. Second one there's better. On the end, I don't know if that's better or not. And then, well, the third one. So I'm glad it's not focused and you can't see it because it's awful as well. That's a whole rod gone, so pretty much, so yeah, it's going to be an expensive learning process. I think I've finally cracked it. I mean, this test piece here, I've been creating nuggets, which isn't exactly desirable, and you can see the heat on the inside of those welds, but that's pretty good. I think the trick is to take the base metal without any rod, almost up to melting temperature, take the heat off and then go again with the rod, and then it just melts in. I think this would be a lot easier with the #8 because of the tin in the rod. There's the first one, there's the last one. I'm going to do a few more for practice just to make sure I'm happy with that preheat technique. Yeah, I think that's acceptable. Let's see what happens if we hit it with a hammer. Well, definitely done more damage to the metal than the joint. Yeah, that's a success.